Hi, so I used to do crafty markets a long time ago, and they were always great fun. Never actually made much money at all, but it was just something I liked doing. And last weekend, I was helping a friend out at a witchy market in Bournemouth, and I thought, wow, this is actually really nice. It's great, good fun, and some really amazing creative people. It was organised by the Coven is what they're called, and it was at the Factory Space, which is, if you know Bournemouth, it's down Old Christchurch Road, sort of near Folkestone station. Anyway, so it was really good fun, and it made me think like, oh, I kind of want to get back into doing things like this and get more creative with I don't know what, because the problem that I have is I just have like so many ideas of things that I want to do, and then I just don't even know where to begin. And actually organising myself to do things, you know, I'll have like all the craft supplies, but then will I actually use them? I don't know. My latest idea I just had literally today was to do some paper mache. I just suddenly just started watching loads of videos on YouTube, all the tutorials of how to make things out of paper mache, and I was like, damn, I love this, I want to make stuff. I'm also really keen on the idea of printmaking. I have some of the equipment needed for lino prints. I really love that kind of stuff. Also pyrography, I've got all the kit for pyrography, I love that as well. And you know, the list goes on and on of things that I want to do and make and just have fun with. And you know, yeah, maybe it can earn a little bit of money as well, but really it's just for fun, and I just like making things, I like being creative, and I think it's really important actually. Like, I feel like there's kind of an urgency for creativity and expressing ideas, and this sense of community that you can get as well from sharing creativity with people. I don't know, I just feel like it's really good and healthy for society for more people to have creative outlets. And I'm looking at like the state of the economy and stuff that's going on right now. A lot of people are very, very, very stressed out, of course, about the state of everything in the UK, and also, you know, all over Europe and America and whatever. It's all going a little bit crazy, and yeah, they're saying right now like the economic climate in Britain is in crisis point, and it's like the worst it's been for a very long time, and it's just a bit, yeah, scary. So you know, I feel like we're going to see a lot of change, and we're going to see quite a different environment when it comes to businesses and people running their own little businesses and being creative and stuff. And you know, I don't want to bang on about business and money all the time, but you know, it's kind of important. We need money to live, you know. So until we get to that point where we don't need money to live, won't that be great? Look at those geese, can you see them? Yeah, I spend a lot of time thinking about sort of prehistoric society and a time before money, and you know, what can come in the future. Can we live in a different way, you know, a completely different economy? Will we even have money in the future? You know, things like that. Just, it's good to use your imagination and think outside the box, and remember that, you know, the way that things are right now are not going to stay the same. It's never going to stay the same. It's always changing. So embrace that and be open to new ways of doing things, isn't it? Yeah, so I'm quite excited in a way, you know, even though it's all very sort of pessimistic and gloomy right now in a lot of ways. I'm very excited for there being more space for creativity, ingenuity, thinking of new ways of doing things, adapting, because you have to adapt. That's the only way to survive. You've got to find ways to adapt. And it's adapt or die, isn't it, really? So what are we going to do? And I think, you know, sometimes you have to bend the rules a little bit, and sometimes you have to do things in a way that is necessary for survival. So don't limit yourself. And I would absolutely love for everybody to just be able to follow their passions, do what they enjoy doing, make money from it, or make a living, or whatever, you know, if money still exists or whatever, or live in like some sort of barter economy where we just trade things, goods and services, you know, whatever. And I want to live in a world where people have free time to do that. I really just want a better world for everyone, and some people might think that's really naive and silly, but I've got a very strong imagination for it, and I'm like, yeah, it is possible. Why the hell not? Why wouldn't it be possible? So I think it's really good for people to be hopeful and not to let themselves feel so powerless, because I think a lot of people right now feel totally powerless to affect any kind of change. And I think it's really important to keep in mind, like, a better world is possible, and you might not feel like you're making a huge difference in the world, but it's the little things count. Every little tiny thing, it does actually count. So even just talking about it counts. Counts as something, you know. So for that reason, I would love it if you comment in the comment section about your visions of a better world and how you would prefer things to be, you know, how you imagine an ideal kind of society, economy, community is where it's at, isn't it? Building like a strong, healthy sense of community, people supporting each other and also giving each other enough room to be creative, to be diverse, to be different, you know, embracing that, allowing people room to play with things and to not all be uniform. I hate the idea of just uniformity and everyone has to do everything the same way, and, you know, that kind of really oppressive mentality. It's just sad, isn't it? To me that's sad. So yeah, comment, let me know what you think, and I will be back soon with another video. Bye.